When Aaron Rodgers came down from his ayahuasca trip, he knew he was looking for a trade. And if you want to hear two schmucks who sound like they're on psychedelics trading insults and dick jokes back and forth, go to www.NTTFGPOD.com and subscribe. I'm Brock.
And I'm Archie.
Well, our opinions, they might not matter to some, but...
What are you doing in there?
It's a podcast.
Immature, crass, trashy. And those are their good qualities. These poor schmucks are a couple of IQ points away from eating paste. But when it comes to music, sports, and comedy, well, that's all they know. You're listening to
Not These Two Fucking Guys.
Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
I'll never forget this time in Atlantic City, right? Because it always strikes a chord in my head. We were at a bachelor party, and I can't remember who was it for, and it wasn't anything too extravagant. Don't get your dick in a tizzy. But we were, I think we were going to the Hard Rock to eat, and a mutual friend of ours, I think he just recently had a kid, and he's with his girl, and I remember him distinctly on the boardwalk in Atlantic City going, like, because we, like, the crowd, like us, we weren't moving. I don't know if you were there. We weren't moving, like, we weren't deciding, like, we should be going there, and I think he wanted to, like, have a fucking night, like a fucking night.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, yeah, we're just gonna go to the Hard Rock to eat, and then we'll see where we go from there. And he fucking lost his shit on the boardwalk. He's like, I fucking took off for this. And they're like, took off? What do you mean? He's like, something about his girl and his kid. like he thought that like he had to put in time with his kid and his girl. And he freaked out, like, we're not fucking doing anything great. And I had to fucking say I'm going fucking down here. Like, you know, like, you're just bugging out. Like, I don't know what he wanted. I don't know if he wanted a fucking annuity. I don't know if he wanted a fucking I don't know.
I don't remember this, so I gotta say.
I don't think you were there for some reason, because I would have been hanging out because I was hanging out with somebody else. But I'm not gonna name any names. But all I know, he just freaked out on the fucking boardwalk. Just freaking out. Why did I even come here? I could have been home. So it makes me feel that, like, you know, sometimes when I do things that like sometimes I feel like a piece of shit because, like, I'm rushing my kids to do something. Like, rushing them to fucking, all right, well, you gotta get to bed. You gotta get to bed. Mommy. Hey, listen, I just want to let you know, if you don't lay down and tuck yourself in and go night-night, mommy's not coming in.
Oh.
And then all of a sudden she's like that. She's like, oh. like
and I'm out.
Like fucking putting her head down, going, mommy. And, like, you know, so when, like, certain plans or something like that fall through, it's not just like, hey man, it's not a big deal, you know, just go back to farting around and just chilling and whatever. You know, you kind of move mountains to do things sometimes.
Correct.
So I think my friend down the shore was a little upset that day when we were on a bachelor party and he couldn't do what he wanted to do, and he had to move mountains to get down to Atlantic City.
To get down to AC, yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So that's that. Rocco. Yo. I have a beef. And it's a big beef.
What's your beef?
Oh, I hear them. I hear them. They're coming down here. Oh, there they are.
Kitty sound effect right here.
I hear it. I hear this fucking beef. All right, man. Here's my beef. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Well, here it goes. I go to the gym.
Bullshit. Come on. All right. That's a good one. Oh, I'm sorry. You're serious.
You're a piece of shit.
That's my bad.
I go to the gym about 3-4 days a week. Okay, I try 4.
Yeah.
Go at lunch hour.
Mm-hmm.
Lunch hours rocking around from anywhere from 12:30 to 2 o'clock. I'm in and out. I don't really have a set time, but I get into the gym. So I get into the gym, and sometimes when I get there a little towards the latter, about 2, kids are out of school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't even know what the fuck time kids go to school nowadays, because I thought 3:30 was our time, but kids are out at fucking 2. Oh, all right, whatever. Here's my beef. To each his own at the gym. To each his own. I'm all about headphones on, go get it, and screw. I'm not fucking talking. Hey, how you doing, buddy? Hey, beep, 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 and I'm out. Okay. I'm not about that shit. But I'm about get in, get out. Kids nowadays. I'm a proponent of marijuana. These kids stink.
Like, get high, go to the gym?
They get fucking ripped and they smell. They fucking smell so bad. But who cares about smelling? If you're smoking, you're smoking. But dude, I've smoked and I've worked out. And I've had great workouts and I've had not so great workouts. I've had both. But these kids, it's like every day I smell like fucking weed. It's in a locker room and it's on the floor. Okay.
Let me ask you, real quick, though, a real quick caveat.
Yeah.
We've been friends for what? Over 25 years?
Yeah.
I have never, ever heard you sound like more of an old fucking man than what you just said.
Hey, old cunt eyes.
I never fucking,
All right.
I don't even know you anymore.
Listen, right? You know, I have nothing against Satan's cabbage, right?
Nothing against it. You fucking live on it. Nothing against it.
I have nothing against it. But like, daily to lift? But there's a part 2 to this. There's a part 2. Are you ready?
Yes.
Not only are they high while working out, which it could be fine, but they're wearing slippers. Why the fuck are you wearing UGG slippers to the gym?
That's the worst.
And I'm not
worst.
I'm not saying, there was one kid. There's multiple kids that come and they look like they just got done binge watching a Netflix series and they're like, I'm gonna go to the gym now. Like, not even put on a pair of sneakers? Am I 500 years old? I pray. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I never wish for anyone to get hurt in this world. I don't want that karma on my back. But if one of those motherfuckers happen to slip and get a 25-pound plate on their fucking little piggy, it's gonna be bad. A fucking UGG slipper?
Yeah, I mean, that's
like, but like multiple kids.
like to me, I feel like, okay, you're wearing UGG slippers to the gym. You're legitimately trying too hard to be a jerk off, right? You're trying too hard to be a jerk off. Let's be honest.
Like, so I'm not crazy, right? Now, like, all right, this is me. Headphones, hat, sweatshirt,
Windbreaker outfit, headband,
windbreaker, mullet tied in a ponytail,
Zubaz,
balloons strapped up, balloons. Fucking, you have to be 100 years old to get that reference. But like Uggs and high, like what the fuck? Are you
the next thing you
doing?
know, these kids are gonna be on your lawn. This.
I'm gonna peg them with a fucking. I'm gonna Gran Torino them right off my lawn.
God.
I don't know, man. So that's my thing. That's my beef. If there's anybody out there that agrees with me, I want to hear from you. If you disagree and you wear Uggs and you fucking get high, well, I do too. But I'm saying, and then if you wear Uggs to the gym, write us. NTTFGPOD @gmail.com. I want to fucking hear I'll write you back.
We want to know why.
We want to know why. I want to know why. I want to know why you wear Uggs to the gym. Why?
Oh, it's comfortable. I could just, because my feet are going to stink in the gym and they're going to stink when I get home.
You fuck. I'm so mad. So fucking mad. When I see people wear slippers at the gym, I want to fucking step on their foot.
All right, let me ask you a question. Now, what if these same kids came tomorrow? Okay, no problem. You're right. Came in Ugg boots. Sorry, I left it.
I played a family football game, 2-hand touch game, about 15 years ago. Okay? It was in South Jersey, and my cousin Chris, love him, fucking sets up a family football game. But like, flag. Straight up flag, but people were getting in it. It was during Thanksgiving, so his relatives, my relative, all relatives are coming over, right? He's a cousin through marriage, right? So he's his family, my family. His cousin comes from California, and he's like, "Hey,
just for the game."
It's just for the game. He had to leave. His cousin comes in from California, and he comes in. This is like 15 years ago, and I could be late to the game. Comes in, and he's a pretty good athlete. He's tall, bro. He's like 6'2", pretty good athlete. But he was like, "What's up, bro?" Like, "Hey, man." Definitely California-esque, right?
Fucking dude.
And I look down, and he's got like size 13 Ugg boots on. I don't know what. I was like, that's the biggest Ugg I've ever seen in my life. And then number 2, I went, didn't know men wear Uggs. I didn't know it. Those are the biggest Uggs. So I think I inquired about it, and I said, "Hey, man," I said, "how those Uggs make you feel?"
Oh, they're super comfortable.
I was like, "All right, man. All right." I recently have Ugg slippers on right now.
and you're high.
Yo, Rocco.
What's up, bud?
So, tonight, something special, my friend. Not only is this episode 96, kickoff to season 4 of Not These Two Fucking Guys, but we got somebody fun, my friend.
Right on.
We have the creator of a YouTube show that not only makes you want to step up your culinary Que, but makes you want to rip a shot with your better half and do it over a succulent meal. Welcome to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast. Host of Woodfire Whiskey, Marco Sanchez. What's up, homie?
What's going on, man? How are you? It kind of makes... I think I need to get a drink going, but hopefully you guys are doing pretty good, too.
Right now, I've been on for the past, 3 years, which just sounds weird, tequila kick.
Nice.
So,
nice. I got a nice bottle of mezcal over here.
All right.
You know what? I might drink that tonight.
Yeah. Join us. So yeah, I've been trying out new tequila. I turned 40 a couple years ago, and for some reason, as soon as I turned 40, I just had this fucking taste for tequila. It was weird, like Patron coming out of my ears. For the money, Terramana, the Rocks tequila, delicious.
You like that one, huh?
Yeah, I do like that one. And right now I'm drinking. I tried this for the first time, Don Julio. This is pretty good. I like this.
You know what? I went for my bottle of Buffalo Trace. It was an instinct for me. So,
hey,
cheers!
Got a little Buffalo Trace.
Cheers, Marco. Thank you for coming on, brother.
Absolutely.
So, I'm gonna have to say, maybe 6-7 months ago, man, I stumbled. The algorithm hit me, bro, and I stumbled upon your show, and I was intrigued from first slam.
That's the right on, man.
So I don't know. I don't know what got me. I don't know if it was the slam. I don't know if it was like the.
You don't know what got you. You like to drink and you like to eat. You don't know what the fuck got you.
It's the staring deeply into your eyes.
I'm not. All right. See, I was gonna. I was like, how am I gonna approach him with this? like it's the fucking sound effects because the lav mic is right here, and you just hear the. And he's looking into the camera like he's about to give you a do-do-do, and you're just like, I'm fucking in. The fucking the lime tacos look delicious. I'm in. But like no shit. I first clip I ever saw of yours, I was like, all right, so there's something different here, and I like this because there's a lot of competition out there. You're dealing with a lot of competition. And
I'm trying to set yourself apart from so many different people, right? You got to find your way of doing it. And you got so many people right now that are just following a similar style. And to me, it means more. I like a creator more when there's some authenticity that they've been able to, maintain without these guys fucking taking it. Like my drink slam, you're not going to see anybody doing that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think it's pretty innovative. You're not reinventing the wheel, but you're doing it. You're putting your own spin on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I dig it. So please, Woodfire and Whiskey, tell the people out there how you started and where the fuck this has landed in the last couple of years, my friend.
Well, so it all started, with the pandemic, right? Once, they started talking about coronavirus on the news, I got sent out to LA to go film some shit. I get out there, do a great job. On my way back, feeling fine. I go into work the next day after coming back, and I had this excruciating back pain. So one of my coworkers takes me to the ER and shit. They check me out. They say it looks like pneumonia. It's not the flu. Whatever. Talk to my boss. They're like, "Hey man, they're talking about this coronavirus. So go ahead and quarantine for 10 days, and we'll see what happens. Just to be safe." At the end of the 10 days, the state got locked down, and all of our shoots, all of our editing, everything just got put on pause. There was no work to do. So I went out and I bought some food, and I started cooking and making videos. Started on YouTube with, trying a few different things. Didn't really work. And then one day I got on TikTok and started making videos with meat and whiskey and slamming my glass down, and it's, just hitting, things just kind of evolved from there, so everything started from the pandemic, just taking a bad situation where I was fucking bored, had nothing to do. I went into quarantine 10 days, 2 weeks before everybody else, and, figured something out.
Okay. So Woodfire and Whiskey, did the name come first? Did the show come first? Like where did Woodfire and Whiskey come from?
So I was just sitting at a bonfire drinking.
Okay.
I literally had a wood fire in front of me and whiskey in my hand. I was like, that's going to be my name. I started typing that shit in. Didn't look it up or nothing. I was just like, that's who I'm going to be. Woodfire and Whiskey. And, it was going to be a lot of just sitting around a fire and drinking. And, one day I go to try to change my name on Instagram, and I noticed there was an account, Woodfire and Whiskey, and that's what they were doing. They had a wood fire going, a lot of different bottles of whiskey. So I had to think of something different. And, obviously the cooking just kind of makes sense,
Gotcha.
So sometimes you'll see the wood fire. All the time you'll see the whiskey on my channel.
Yeah.
Now, were you always into cooking? Like, cause like, I mean, you obviously look like you've been doing this a while.
I mean, I'm a hungry guy.
Yeah. You have to tell me.
No, so I grew up with a chef in the house, and he always used to make a bunch of different things. Eventually, as I got older, he brought me into the restaurants, and I worked, different areas of the restaurant, and I just kind of picked things up as I went. When I was younger, I had a group of friends that we would pool our money together and, just kind of pick something out from a restaurant, figure out how to do it. Some people worked in the kitchen at the restaurant that I worked at. Some people worked in front of the house. It was just a group of people getting together and trying to cook shit. So that kind of helped too. So I kind of grew up around food, but, mostly I just get fucking hungry and I want to figure out how to make certain things. 'Cause I don't want to eat the same shit every night. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, that's where I was trying to decipher, because I think I don't know if it was like your YouTube or one of your social media accounts that said like, I'm not a chef, I'm just hungry.
Yeah, that's on YouTube.
I'm not a chef, but I know enough that I'm watching you, and you don't look like the everyday, the way you score things, the way you do, you know what I mean, the way you hold knives, the way you know what I'm saying, the way you work yourself around the kitchen. I could tell that, like, I've seen enough shows. I know something in there, bro. You know?
You know, what helps is that, you know, I've been in video production for about 14 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I got out the military in 2009 and didn't know what to do with my life. And I stumbled across Facebook, and a buddy had posted a wedding video that he had made. And I thought, man, you're making a living filming weddings and shit? That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I hit him up. He took me out to go film a wedding with him. On that shoot, I spent every dime I had. I had saved like $25,000 from deployments and shit. I went through his bag, picking out his cameras, looking at his lenses, all the gear he had. And I was calling my girlfriend at the time, like, hey, you got to order this, you got to order that, you got to order this. And I bought all the stuff, and I jumped into the industry of video production from that point. This was 2009.
Yeah.
You know, so making these food videos, it's made it kind of easier, you know, to get the right shot and, you know, kind of look a little more prepared than I am at times.
Yeah. That's awesome that you just said that, because you gave me an alley-oop to my fucking next question. So I've been pretty much in the video production company for the last like 12 years myself. I'm a video editor by trade. So when I see your videos, I'm looking at it at a different perspective than maybe others, but I'm also looking at like, shot very well. And then I also dug how your intro is on YouTube, one man kind of setting it up. Am I correct? Like fast forward. But like, I don't shoot, but I edit it. And I was like, oh, I'm like, wow, shot very well, edited very well. And now this all makes sense how this ties in.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a while. I've shot all kinds of different things, movies, documentaries, obviously events and weddings and shit like that. But yeah, I've been doing this for a minute.
The weddings are boring as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, the parties get really cool when you get to eat, you know? If you get to eat.
But what Archie touched upon before, like it's almost like the intangibles. Like I literally will go on a loop on Instagram, just watch all your shit, where it's just like you hear the crispiness of the food, you see like your appreciation for like the whiskey, the slam down, the way things sound, and the way the fucking food looks. Like it's different. So now
it's like an experience, right?
Yes,
that's what I want to do. I want to take you guys on an experience. I'm trying to figure out another way to do this to make it more, you know, like I'm bringing people into the moment. But you know, that's what I'm trying to deliver, is that experience. I want you to feel that shit.
Well, I can tell you you're dead on, because that's exactly, you actually feel your videos. That's a good way of saying it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, my intro to the show is true. Like, I want to grab my wife. I want to rip shots with her. I want a Dalmatian. What was that? 101 Dalmatian when they eat the spaghetti. I want to eat a taco from both ends. But seriously,
don't forget a good slap too.
Well, that's exactly next. But yeah, like your videos are not just shot, just, you know, like to put out some content real quick. I mean, they're done professionally, and they're done with quality, and I think that's one of the reasons why it caught my eye. Another thing that I kind of dig is that in your videos, I'm hearing always like a hip hop Latin type of music feel.
Yeah.
And Rocky and I are big metalheads. We're rap. We love everything. But like, I'm into the music, and I'm like, and especially I was telling my wife before, I was like slamming down a shot, like on the beat, on the cut, you know?
Yeah.
And like, it's like little things like that.
Way to do it.
Yeah, man. It's little things like that just accentuate your video. And take us through a day. Take us through one recipe. Take us through one one dish that you make from the start to finish. How long does it take, and what goes into it?
So I'll usually be sitting on the couch with my wife watching some TV or some shit, and I'll just look over at her and I'll say something like, ooh, I want to do loaded tots with shredded beef, crispy onions, Bachan's barbecue sauce and cheese, and then the next day I'm pulling out a chuck roast and I'm letting it defrost, kind of figuring out, all the other ingredients that I need.
Yeah.
I go out and I buy it. I live pretty close to the grocery store, so it go really quick within 15 minutes. I'm home. I set up all my cameras. Takes about, I don't know, maybe about 30 minutes to get the lighting right. Sometimes I don't really go for perfection. I just kind of get into my zone and I'm like, oh fuck, I just want to start. I just want to hit record. I'm ready to go on. Because I'm doing all of this by myself. Setting up the lights, no cameras, and shit.
No team.
No team at all. It's just me. Just me. If my wife is here, she works a lot. So, but when she's here, she'll stand behind the cameras and make sure I'm recording and everything. But 90% of the time, it's just me. I set up all my cameras, set up my lights, get my ingredients all out, figure out what I'm gonna say, hit record on 3 cameras, and get 3 different angles so I don't miss anything. Everything's shooting 4K.
Yeah.
Go through the entire recipe, capture all the footage, sync it all up, and I edit in a 1080 timeline because the 4K, it allows me to punch in and it makes me look like,
Absolutely.
50 fucking cameras going on, But yeah, I start editing. Editing can take, if I'm doing a YouTube video, it could take 3-4 hours. A TikTok video, Instagram, it's real quick. I'll have that done in like 30 minutes, fucking posted and shit with hashtags and everything. So that's pretty much a day, it can be a long day.
Yeah.
But, it depends on the cook.
So let me ask you this. So you'd say it could take 3 hours to, you're cooking something, shooting it, that kind of thing, right? How do you keep the enthusiasm up for that long? 'Cause that's a long time to you're not just doing it on the shots you think you're gonna use. You're doing it throughout the whole thing, I'm sure.
Yeah, so that gets kind of tough. Let's say I start a cook at like 8:00 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna be on the grill for a good 8 hours. Fuck yeah, it gets really hard. Later on in the day, I'm like, oh, all right, gotta go on camera.
Man.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Record and kind of, do my thing. And plus, this is fun. I've been able to make this kind of my full-time gig for now. The fact that it's lasted 3 years, making a really good living, making these videos, is amazing to me. Now it's like, okay, what's the next level to keep all this shit going? Make more.
I wanted actually to brush upon that. Like, is this your job? Like, is this what you do? That's awesome.
This is it.
That's fucking awesome. Listen, if my wife heard me say I wanted to make like loaded tots, she'd be like, "Are you high?" I'd be like, "Oh, I'm a little bit."
See, when I told my wife I wanted to make the loaded tots, she was like, "How many edibles do you have today?"
Yes. So, what I like, I wanted to travel another avenue right here. What I like is that I'm starting to see from a lot of, I don't want to call you just a YouTuber, but
yeah.
There's collaborations going on now. Yeah. I'm meeting up with Frankie Sticky Fingers and fucking Long Island. We're going to fucking film. Like, I'm starting to see this a lot now. There's this one guy who I do follow regularly because he's on a show. This guy named Corey B. Right? He's on a.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure maybe you've heard of him. Kane and Corey. Shout out to their podcast. Really good podcast. He's he does all this content, makes mucho bucks doing all this content, and then next thing you know, he's starting to collaborate with Rock. Who's that dude? Fucking Squigil. Cuisine. Yeah. Like all these like Italian guys in like New York, they're starting to collaborate and stuff like that.
Yeah, brush your hair.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Exactly. So everybody's on the algorithm. Everybody sees it. Who's coming in. What's the benefit? I can maybe answer my question, but tell me what's the benefit of like collaborating with another artist such as yourself?
So I've collaborated with quite a few people, mostly in the barbecue community. For me, it's, it's friendships actually. A lot of us have become really close friends. It's social media is just, it has a way of bringing people together or separating people, depending on, who the fuck you're watching. But for a lot of the people that I've collaborated with, we've become friends. So it has nothing to do with like, hey, let's try to reach another following or let's promote something together or anything like that. It's literally like, hey, fly out to Texas, or we're going to fly out to Texas and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, fly out to California, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, just because we want to, and there's no expectation of anything. Now, you see some of these other guys doing these really major collabs. I'm pretty sure it's about spreading their brand, which is fantastic. They're making a killing off of it. For me, it's just, it's a little different for the people that I've collaborated with. It's like a family that's been created from it.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. I like that. Well, that's good shit.
I was watching one, it was like a chicharron taco.
Is that
North's Kitchen?
Oh my God.
That's incredible, man. I got to try to make that. I saw that, the genius behind it. That same guy, he made a pizza crust from it too.
Wow.
And that just, I got to try that.
How much is your day? Just like, are you on the computer the rest of the day, like looking up shit and do you care about competition, or do you, what's the saying? Good artist borrow, great artist steal. You know what I'm saying?
I've gotten to a point where I don't care about competition. I'm not competing with anyone. I'm focused on, what this can create for my life. I don't really care what other people are doing. I try not to watch it as much as possible. But, I see what gets the views and what makes people go viral. That's just not the audience that I'm trying to target. It's a little different. So to answer the question, no, I don't really give a fuck about the competition. I'm in my own lane. I stay in my own lane and I'm comfortable,
Do you care when something has, so when one dish has like 31,000 views and another dish has 71,000 views, and do you try to dissect why and try to fix it? Like what's something that has happened to you in the past that you're like, I won't do that again?
Oh shit. So recently I made some, we'll just say fry bread with the toppings of a taco, because I called it a fry bread taco, and I was corrected. It's a Navajo taco. It's an Indian taco. It's this taco. It's this taco. And people are just ripping me to fucking shreds. I'm like, I made a taco. It's going to be fine. I make a lot of tacos. If you go out and buy my book, which is on sale now, you can find it on all of my social medias. I'm just saying, I make a lot of tacos in that book, so people really came for me. So it made me kind of feel like, damn, I don't think I ever want to fucking make that again. With the response that I got, I was like, this was actually delicious. I thought I did a good job, but clearly I pissed a lot of people off,
Yeah, so, but you made what you made. You made what you made. Call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. Why do people get pissed at that? I don't get it.
It's a cultural thing. So,
Gotcha.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So talk about your cookbook, Fuego.
Yes.
So, cookbook has 50 recipes. I partnered up with a printing company that prints it on demand. So when people order it, it's ready to go. It goes out pretty immediate. It was fun making it. It's a collaboration of a lot of things that I've posted and a few things that I didn't post on social media. Tons of recipes in there. Some whiskey pairings. It's a good cool time with a few little notes in there for people that want to. Yeah, you gotta buy the book to see it, but there's some notes in there from some people.
Very cool.
Where can everybody get it? Amazon?
So if you go to if you go to any of my social media profiles, that link in my bio, it'll take you right there. Very cool.
Is there? All right. Excuse me if I don't know. I apologize. The whiskey that you use, that you shoot, that you slam. Now, is this something that's a go-to? Is it a different whiskey every time? And usually I just see whiskey. You shoot anything else? Because the flame of your glass is the trademark.
Yeah. So it's usually a bourbon. From time to time you'll see me drink a little bit of mezcal, maybe some tequila. But for the most of the time it's bourbon. It's always something different. It's kind of whatever I have on my shelf, or if I feel good, I go out and buy a new bottle. On my YouTube, every once in a while, whenever I buy a new bottle, I'll go ahead and break it down, taste it with people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a different bottle every time.
Okay. There was something that I thought that was pretty cool, and I first question that came to mind was that you and your wife, which would very cool, by the way. Shout out to your wife, because you bring her in at the end and she's just, letting you know how it is. And, but like you guys will go out to like an Indian restaurant. I saw that clip the other day. I saw that video the other day, and I'm like, well, first of all, you said that they asked you to come, right? I believe.
Yeah. They invited.
All right. So filming was fine, but are there other places that like you'll go and like try out some food and film? Like, do you have to ask people? Like, do you have to like?
Yeah. So we were recently in San Diego, and we went to Sam Burgers and a pizza place in Little Italy. It was kind of weird, I didn't ask any permission. I just started shooting with my fucking camera. Yeah. I got a little vlog camera that I bring with me and shit. Yeah, we had some people that were right across the way, just like staring at us and pointing at us. Yeah, it feels fucking weird setting up a camera right there at your table, just pointing at you while you're, fucking stuffing your face and shit, but it's fun. I never really asked for permission. You just, I think there's a saying about it's easier to ask for forgiveness later.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, is that like, and I can cut shit. I edit this anyway, but is that something that you like, can you monetize off stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't been struck down yet for it, so.
Gotcha. Because
it seems to be working.
I'm assuming that by now, because you're like, it's a business, you can monetize off these videos, and that's fucking, that's leading you to a nice trail, for a nice career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I just got monetized on YouTube. So, I mean, it's opened up possibilities, what can I do from it? Take my videos, learn from it, make better videos, and try to get to that point where the money actually pours in from these views. So the possibilities, they're open with monetizing and shit.
That's awesome. Rocky and I, dude, I sent him the link. I was like, you got to check out this homeboy, bro. It fucking looks good. Like we really, really enjoy your shit. And I'm probably gonna. There's a good chance in a week or two I'm gonna make one of your. I really like the tacos, the lime tacos. I'm gonna make them. That looks good, bro. All right. Before we let you go, want to know where do we see Woodfire and Whiskey? Where do you want to take this? I mean, right now, right? You're thousands of views on YouTube, crushing it. You're getting bigger, collaborating, rating restaurants, doing all. You got a book,
slapping dough,
slapping dough, slapping at meat. And where are we taking this? Like, where do we want to go?
So I got a few products coming out soon. I have a seasoning coming out. It's a jalapeno lemon ranch seasoning. It's fucking delicious. Just made some chicken tonight with it, which is pretty fucking fantastic. I got a hot sauce that's going to be coming out. The future. You could, I'm hoping to have a restaurant, something kind of modern, but like old at the same time. Yeah. Something where, kind of like the 50s, but today, high technology and shit, something like that with a whiskey bar and a fucking handlebar mustache and shit. I don't know, but a restaurant someday with whiskey pairings and good wood-fired food, so there's a lot of things coming. Maybe I can't spill the beans on something I'm working on with a friend, but maybe a TV show subscription of some kind.
Yeah,
in the future.
Yeah. That's good, bro. And I tell you what, whatever you do start, you have a jump start with your channel. So that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Marco, thanks a lot, man. We really appreciate it. We enjoy your channel. Where can everybody find you, bro?
So I'm on YouTube, Woodfire and Whiskey, TikTok, Woodfire and Whiskey, Instagram, Woodfire_Whiskey. But just go to my YouTube, you'll be fine. That's where I'm posting a lot of content these days. That's where my focus is. So Woodfire and Whiskey on YouTube.
And buy that cookbook.
That's right.
Buy the cookbook. Yes.
Oh, wait. Whoa. One more question. How many glasses have you broke? Come on. You got to, how many? There has to be some outtakes.
This is the original one, still here. I've found now 1 glass of Brooklyn.
If I fucking did that once, I'd be cleaning up fucking shards for days.
The key is a wooden cutting board. The entire bottom has to hit the wooden cutting board, and you're fine.
Said Marco. Brother, man, thank you much. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck in the future, and hopefully down the road we get to talk to you again, man.
Absolutely. Cheers, guys.
Cheers. Thank you so much.
Cheers. The great Marco Sanchez, Woodfire Whiskey. Check him out. Later, brother.
Later.
The great Marco Sanchez. Ooh, out of the West Coast, son.
See, you spotted that he does video, because his videos are awesome. What I was telling him about how, like, you hear the crunchiness of the food, the fucking, and you notice too, it's like the way he looks like. It's not like an acting job where, like, you ever saw, like, watch a cooking show and they're like, all right, let me taste it.
Yeah.
Like he looks like he's like fucking enjoying the shit out of his food,
You know,
and drink.
Rock, I couldn't have said it better. Why? Because it looks like he's loving it.
Yeah.
Like I get to go shoot a video today, make what I want to make, and put it out and receive. And I'm sure there's fucking good with the bad, right? I'm sure he received some. Oh, why'd you make that? But I'm just saying. And I'm gonna have to say that it's like an 80-20 split. He's getting good feedback, and people are taking the shit. And I'm absolutely gonna fucking, because he smokes a lot of meats. I know we talked about this on one of the podcasts before. I'm gonna fucking check out some of his shit, and I'm definitely gonna make. There was this loaded fries he had. He was making fries from the get, cutting potatoes. Woo! Fucking, what is it called? I think he bleached them, right? Is that blanched them?
He bleached them. Fucking bleached them. Throw it, yeah.
He didn't put them in the washing machine?
That's when you get down to your asshole. Yeah, he made a picanha sandwich.
What's a picanha?
It's like
You look a little picanha.
Ask your sister. It's like the top cap of sirloin.
Blanched. Piece of shit. God.
It's like the top like sirloin cap. It's like you get that cut at, like, if you go like a rodizio.
Yeah.
Delish. Even like the way, like, I don't know. Wish our videos sounded that good.
Oh, shut up. You want to put sound effects? Fucking you just farting, sitting there, burping.
Well, if only we had a guy who was into video. Oh, wait a minute.
I'll tell you what. That's very smart though. Like, think about it. Buys the equipment, sets it, and forgets it, because he's not he's not panning.
Yeah.
No, the camera's not. Nobody's working the camera. One angle, 2 angles, and then I know he does from up above. You know, like when he's cooking shit, like for his plate. So like he's got 3 cameras going. Pushes record, and like knows what he's gonna do. Like have the background of like what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Like that's cool. And you want to know what? Like a lot of fucking channels out there are doing similar. But I do have to say I enjoy his channel.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I follow a lot of channels like that, but his is one of the best for sure.
Everybody out there, check out Woodfire Whiskey, Marco Sanchez, crushing it out there. With that being said, Rocco, what do you have to say to the people?
If you just heard us talking to our boy Marco, and you turned on your TV to an episode of Narcos, you got inspired to throw a piece of meat on some charcoal and drank so much whiskey you wound up in a dark hole, then you just listened to Not These Two Fucking Guys podcast.
We out. Nice.
What are you, the fucking Illuminati?
See what happens when you prepare? I have no fucking B-roll. I have no outtakes. Look at that. When you prepare, I have no outtakes.
Prepare. You get your ass all bleached.
You got an intro?
Does a fucking rocking horse have a wooden dick? I never told you that my
Rock top.
never mind.